was about to give up the ghost.
Depois de ele ter
Immediately he died. That was the birth of the new church, which is you and I. That was why they pierced his side and water came out and blood came out. Because when a woman is about to put to birth, the water have to come, then the blood come, and the baby come. That was the birth of the New Testament church, which is you and I. And that church is not building. That church is not what you see everywhere. It's not the billboards. That church is not an association of cliques of pastors. That church is you and I. And that is why when God said, I will build my church and the gate of hell shall not prevail, he was talking about you and I. And I came to address that church. And when we talk about a beautiful church, we are not talking about a church without problem. I told you last time, to the 7 churches, that letters were written, and to the 7 angels of the church, which are the pastors of the church and the angels of the church. None of them were perfect. Every of them had one question mark. I love you, I love your work, but I heard one thing against you. You have left thy first love. Every of this church had question marks. There was question mark everywhere concerning all the churches that God wrote in the book of Revelation. So what does it mean to have a perfect church? It's not a church that does not have ugly situation. It's a church that have trials, that have attack, that have battle, but is willing to stand the pressure of time. And now, it's on against this background, we read in the book of Acts chapter 3, after Jesus, the great commissioner, commissioned the church. And after that commission in the church, he said, go thee to the world and make disciples of all nations. And the last instruction he gave them, tarry ye in Jerusalem until ye are endued with power from above. And I hear this. On that very faithful day, Peter, James and John. Put verse 1 and let's go. And let me break this word quickly. Put verse 1. He said, and Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being the 9th hour. One of the beautiful things about the beautiful church is that the beautiful church is a church of prayer. Not a church of entertainment. Every time I see we come to church and men don't want to pray. Well, one of the things why we have problem is because we are not seeing a church praying. We are seeing a church playing. They went to the church at the hour of prayer. When we get to church and you come to church and all you come to do is to dress up and look for men and men looking for women, we have lost our essence and our salt and our quality in church. The church was not a place for fashion display. It was a place of prayer. And by the 9th hour of the day, Peter, James, and John were coming into the temple to pray. I pray for somebody here. I pray for somebody here. Something is about to happen.